Hello my friends, it is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am finally sharing with you our spring home tour for 2022, which with any luck might be the very last time I decorate this home for spring, which is very much bittersweet for me. But I've shared all kinds of spring decorate with me videos, which I will have all of those linked down below in the description box if you would love to go back and watch those. I probably won't go into every single detail in today's video as I take you around for the tour, so definitely go back and watch those if you have any extra questions. But since doing those videos, I have made, I would say, a good amount of changes around the home to my spring decor. But I thought for today's video, I would just casually walk you through our home and share with you these spaces that I did decorate for spring. So our living room, kitchen, my office, and bedroom. So grab yourself something delicious to drink and let's just walk through our home while the boys are napping and talk about all the spring decor. We had another dusting of snow yesterday, but I think that's the end of it. So I'm gonna save the porch for another day, but we will get started in the entryway. Chair is going to be sold on a garage sale, so this is probably the last time I'll be decorating it, but the only Easter decoration I have out so far is this cottontail farm one from Kirkland's. I just think it's the cutest, so I had to put it out immediately when it arrived. So fun. I have this hanging plant from Hearth and Hand on the front hooks by the door. And then this entryway table, I kind of struggled with a little bit for my spring decor. I'm actually going to be decorating it all out for Easter, so I just decided to leave it as is for now. But I put this vase from Studio McGee at Target on this table for now with just some flowers. And I absolutely love this black lamp from Kirkland's. But yeah, so we're going to be decorating this for Easter here coming up. Moving into the living room, I've made a few changes since we decorated a few weeks ago. The main one that you might notice, well, there's probably a couple. You can see right here, the lamps. I actually went through and did a lamp rotation in our entire house. So every room got a new pair of lamps. Not new, but I just rotated them. So the ones that are out here were in my office. And it just kind of gives a whole new look to the room without going out and buying. So that was kind of fun to do. I love these ones. These are Hearth and Hand from Target last year. Love the white. And then the other change that I made, you might notice the wreath on the mirror that finally arrived from Magnolia. It took over a month to get here, but I absolutely love this wreath. It's like a myrtle leaf. Super pretty. It's huge. It was an investment for sure. I think I got it when they were doing 20% off for President's Day or something like that. But yeah, it fills that mirror just about perfectly. Actually did not make any changes to the blanket ladder in the corner. I just left the same throws that were there over the winter months. I may end up adding one more, but it's kind of just tucked in the corner and it's doing just fine. So I may just leave it that way too. But on our TV stand, it's mainly a functional TV stand. I don't have a lot of decor. I do have that little moss arrangement from Kirkland's that I love. And then I did add this little, it's almost like a greenish, has maybe a little blue in it vase from Hobby Lobby, and then a family picture right next to it. And then down below we have all of our puppies' toys, or at least most of them. The biggest change though that I did make to the living room for this spring was the art above the fireplace. In years past, I've had my clock that always hung there, so I did end up changing from when I decorated. I did not end up layering the pieces like I had originally shared. We wanted to let the art shine a little bit, and it's funny, my mom was just here last weekend and she said, oh my gosh, that looks even prettier in person. So it's one of those prints where you just need to, I think, see it in person to really appreciate how pretty the shades of green are on it. But I have my Kirkland's candlesticks on both sides. That vase is also from there. Greenery is all from Target last year. And then I did add this little framed print from Hobby Lobby. I did share this blanket in my spring decor haul from Amazon. Reviews were pretty mixed on it. I have to say though, it's held up really well for our busy family and a dog. So if you're looking for a nice, soft, lightweight spring blanket, this one is where it's at. I'll try to remember to link it down below. But that's been going very well. And then we do have this lamp in the corner where I have this little box of greenery with a little birdie. And then down below I have that plant from Michael's and a pretty lantern from Kirkland's. And then I was able to find this little mini tree. It's a small ficus, I believe, tree. Don't quote me on that. It's a Studio McGee from Target. But I just like how it's different than what I already had around the house. I went through a fiddle leaf fig tree obsession for a while. And just like a fun pop of greenery for that corner. So just off our living room is our kitchen and dining area. Now I have not actually mentioned these photos on the wall, but I hung these up after the holidays were over. These are actually mixed tiles. I actually ordered them for quite a few people for Christmas, and then I ended up getting some for myself because I was so happy with them. But I just put pictures of the kids and family photos. I've actually been meaning to get a couple more with Charlie and Bailey to add as well. So we may end up doing that, but I love those. But let's go into the kitchen. I also did a spring kitchen decorate with me video. Now after that video, I really loved how half of the room turned out, and the other half I was like, this just isn't, like, it doesn't make me happy. And so over the weekend, I kind of went through our kitchen, cleared everything off the counters, and started all over. So I did make quite a few changes to the kitchen counters, and I 100% love it now. Before, it was just, I don't know, it just wasn't doing it for me. So we have lived here for about 10 years now, and I've always had the coffee maker, the Keurig, on this particular part of our countertops. It's always been in the corner. And I had a wild hair this week, and I'm like, I'm ready to just mix it up a little bit. I'm tired of it splashing on all the paperwork we set there, so I moved it. And then I also pulled out this woven tray that I grabbed last year from Target. and I put together a little bit of a vignette. I used my little Kirkland's lamp and a plant, and then I put all my utensils in the tray and just a cloche. That one's from Amazon, I can link it, but totally just changed up that little corner, and I love it. I love the texture that that tray brings to the kitchen, because we do have such dark countertops and dark backsplash. I decided to kind of brighten things up with that lamp back there. I put that round cutting board from Hobby Lobby behind the toaster. I am looking for one more just to put vertically next to it, but not a big deal. I'll find it, I guess, when I see it. And then, so I have my Keurig in the corner. Now I did decorate this hearth and hand tray to go next to it. The Dollar Spot one just looked, in my opinion, a little bit too small for that space. So I changed it up, but I did use a lot of decor that I already had on hand. You can see my little bowls down there in the bottom. And yeah, it's a very functional tray, things that I use on a daily basis. This soap dispenser is an old Hearth and Hand. Sometimes it comes into stock. It's pretty random when it's available, but I just like the black. And then I did pull out the Mrs. Meyer's Daisy scent, which is so good, and I absolutely love the yellow color. The last little spot on our counters that I decorated, we have our Echo Show there, but I left the dough bowl out. Now I did pull my coffee canister for my tiered tray that I did over in the corner. So I pulled out my old scale, put a couple of bowls on the top. I'm thinking this might get changed up for Easter, so stay tuned for that. And then I just pulled out my fruit basket that matches the tray. I have not changed anything on these built-in shelves since I shared my Decorate With Me video. Little Charlie sleeping there by the door. So sweet. Looks so uncomfortable, but he does not sleep in his beds. He prefers the floor, so we're just gonna go with it. Now, I have added, now my husband does not like these. I really do, and I'm sorry the lighting is going to be awful, but I added these sconces on either side of the sliding glass door from Hobby Lobby. I just put little battery operated candles in them for now, but I was looking for something kind of minimal for both sides of the door, and I saw these. I'm like, oh my gosh, these could be really fun on either side. So let's go up closer. They have just really pretty wood details to them. I'm still getting used to them, but I think they work. I really do. And I'm also thinking holidays, these could be really fun. I mean, you could do like a mini wreath on them if you really wanted, or a fun candle ring, something else instead of a candle on there. So I like the possibilities that these have, and they aren't too overwhelming for the space. For our table centerpiece, I did the tier tray from my video where I combined the two trays together. So lots of just little florals and greeneries, lots of fun kitchen items on the tray, measuring cups, my lavender from Amazon. So I honestly just left it the same as I shared in that video. And then I feel like I saved the best for last, my precious daisy art from Hobby Lobby. This was like the very first spring decor piece I purchased. I love it so much. So I left the table pretty minimal just because I did not want it to take away from my beautiful daisies. That about does it though for the kitchen and dining area. On our barn door, we have that wreath from Kirkland's. Got that last year. I went and looked. I could not find that same exact one available this year, but I could have swore that they had it. I don't know. And same for that sign. Now, usually I do decorate a little bit in our mudroom, laundry room area, but I have the door closed because I'm not going to do that today. I'm actually going to wait until I pack away all the winter gear, and then we will decorate that together in a vlog. But I do have this basket of flowers on the back door that goes to the garage. The basket itself came from Decor Steals, and then the florals are from Hobby Lobby. This wall mirror was also a Decor Steals find a few years ago. Actually, well, maybe 2 years ago. I went on a huge kick on that website. I've slowed down since, but yeah, I've got some really nice pieces from there. Love that mirror. So let's go into the bathroom. Piece of artwork came from Hobby Lobby. It fits perfectly on the top shelf. Otherwise, we have lots of Hearth and Hand collected from previous years, and then Decor Steals. Okay friends, so the last space I have to share with you on our main floor is my office space, which has also really turned into a piano and music room, also a puppy kennel room. We spend so much more time in here than we did a month ago. It is crazy. And I don't think I've shared any of my spring decor in this room yet, so I thought I would walk through a lot of it here. Now the pillows on these chairs came from Target. They were on sale for like $12 one day, and I was like, oh, these might work really well on my 2 chairs. So I did pick up these plaid pillows from Target. They do have a nice stripe detail on the back, but they're really nice beige and gray, so I feel like they will work no matter the color scheme, which is amazing. And I did move the lamps from our bedroom into this space, and this is probably the one where I am unsure if I like where they ended up. So they may eventually go back to our room, but for now I'm just going to live with them and see what I think of them. But they are from Target last year or 2 years ago, I cannot remember. My eucalyptus wreath from Kirkland's ended up on this wall art. I may have hung it just a tad too high now that I'm looking at it, so I might move that down a pinch. But I think that's really pretty. I love the color and the baby's breath in it. Moving over to my desk area. Now I had decorated the room and I stepped back and looked, I'm like, it just is missing color. And so at the last minute, I actually changed out the artwork in my frames to these ones that I had found on Etsy. Maybe I should turn the lights off, I don't know. Let's see. Nah, we'll leave the lights on. But I found these, they're like a sage green watercolor look. Of course, I printed them at Walgreens, so it was very inexpensive to change out. So just a fun pop of color in those frames. And then otherwise, a lot of things just stayed the same. I always have my fiddle leaf tree there, my silo from Hobby Lobby. I have candy in there at all times because you never know when you might need a piece of candy. I did put some little florals in this black vase next to it, and then one of those little mini Hobby Lobby houses. But I usually have my camera or my earbuds. Everything kind of goes in this tray, so I don't fully decorate it. It's more functional than decorative. Over to my bookcase. This was from Wayfair many years ago. They actually don't sell it anymore, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I usually get a few questions on that, but I just put my Target fern, stack of books with that watering can that I had shared from Hearth and Hand. Looks like I need to wipe down that black house that I've had for a while. This terrarium came from Hearth and Hand a couple of years ago. I actually did not touch that from when I decorated after winter or during winter. I just kind of left it the same. I liked it, so did that. And then to this almost to the bottom here, I added my Target vase with some flowers and greenery. Bailey made her way here so I can look at her every morning when I'm working. And then I just found this little vintage crock. I guess it's a pretty good size. I just loved the color of it. So I added that with a plant. You'll probably see that move around my house though because I love it. I just kind of placed it there for now. And then the bottom shelf, that usually stays as is with that metal crate, a pillow, and I just put in that basket with magazines for now. So yeah, things might change on this shelf, but it's decorated for now. You cannot miss the puppy crate in the middle of the room. It's actually a nice and convenient spot, so it's going to stay there, but he's only 6 months old. I'm not sure how much longer that'll be there, but for now, that's what we're working with. And then lastly, I have this little piano area that I decorated. Now to the wall, I added that Hobby Lobby wall art. Absolutely love the colors. So pretty. It has some greens and blues and browns. And then above the piano, we do have this shelf. Now, it was Friday, I guess, I shared in my stories over on Facebook and Instagram that I had found this basket at Hobby Lobby. I love it so much. You can actually hang it. There is a handle, but I just tucked it inside because I just like how it looked on this little shelf. And I added these wildflowers from Target. Now, I also shared a green decor piece, but I ended up returning that. It just didn't work out, but this one was definitely a keeper. Love it. I'm getting all kinds of glares from the window and the mirror right now, but I have a family photo and a little clock on the top to finish it. Just went super simple on the top because on the actual piano I have a lamp, some greenery. I have this lantern that I had from Kirkland's with these Amazon candles. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. I actually have these battery operated candles to come on in the mornings when I come in here. So pretty. I'll try to link those if I can remember. And then I have my little mini tier tray on the other side that's been there for a while. No changes to that. So we've now come full circle on our main floor. I have 2 more spaces to share with you upstairs. But before we head up there, I just wanted to ask you if you're enjoying this style of a home tour versus something that's maybe a little bit more formal. So you'll have to let me know if you like this type of way I'm doing it or if you prefer it to lots more music and less chit-chatting. We decorated this table together in a vlog, I believe, and I actually have not touched it since that video. Well, I did clean it up a little bit for you, but I used touches of pink on this table because I wanted to use it, but it just didn't really go with the rest of my decor in the house, so I think it works here. So we just have a little throw blanket in this basket, and then Hobby Lobby florals in those vases from Hearth and Hand. And then up on top, these are Studio McGee boxes from Target, Kirkland's vase and lamp. And then the greenery in the top here, that was one of my finds this year from Amazon. Final space to share with you is our bedroom, complete with a puppy kennel where he sleeps at night. But I first wanted to talk about the lamps. Now these actually came down from our from our guest bedroom. And I do think I like these in here because they pop off of that green wall a little bit more than those dark gray ones did. And they're a little bit more narrow, so it gives us a little bit more space on our actual nightstands to have like water and phones and baby monitors, that kind of thing. So I do like that. It's just gonna take some getting used to. I just moved them, but yeah, I didn't really make any changes since you last saw when we were working in here and making just small little spring changes to the bedding. Macy counted this morning. I have 8 pillows on our bed, which I don't think is ridiculous at all. I love my pillows. But yeah, just some light pops of greenery for spring. Love that one. That was a Hearth and Hand from last year. I believe it's actually a hanging plant, but I just kind of tucked the hanging part into the greenery. Just kept things very simple in our bedroom, and that's okay. Okay, my friends, that's going to be it for today's spring home tour. Thumbs up as always if you enjoyed it. Now, if you are not already subscribed, I would love to have you stick around. I think coming up later this week, I'm going to finally get started on my Easter decor. Better late than never, I think. So we're gonna be doing that very soon. So all kinds of decorating videos to come. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.